Oh, go home. Go home. Haven't you got a job to go to? It looks pretty unlikely, doesn't it? We know that these hard left organisations are going to do everything. Go back to school, please. Boring, boring, boring.
So they still love him in Doncaster. And Nigel used the interruptions from the 9 lefty invaders to make a point about our hard left education institutes.
You must be at university. You must be at uni. Yes, and that's what you get, folks, when teaching unions in this country are poisoning the minds of young people, not just against reform, but against everything this country has ever stood for.
He was furious that somehow all of these lefties had been allowed to invade the conference, but he soon started to relish the free publicity.
What we know is that the hard left, here we are, Free Palestine, there we are. So what we know is that Antifa, which is a hard left organisation, which in America resorts to violence. Thank you for the free publicity. Thank you very much.
He used the last interruption to issue a broadside against the Labour government.
The political opportunity has never been bigger. We have a Conservative Party that frankly doesn't know what it stands for. What about free Palestine? What about free speech in our country? Genuine free speech in our country. Two-tier justice, two-tier policing, two-tier care. The Labour government are off to the worst start I've ever seen in my lifetime.
And yes, I agree with that, Nigel. But what about the free speech of Rupert Lowe, who surely should be able to have a bit of a row, a bit of an argument with your party chairman, Zia Youssef, without the cops being called? And there are 2 things I want to point out, and they're both important. So now, Reform will be regretting, I think, the fact that they are so public now with their membership ticker, and you could see it on screen there. And really, it hasn't gone up at all since this row. I'm told by party insiders that anywhere from 5,000 to 12,000 members are attempting to cancel, but have been unable to do so. There is also evidence the witch hunt against Rupert has now hit Reform in the polls. This hadn't happened so far, but according to YouGov, their support has slumped by 5 points.